An easy way to elevate your Valentine's Day breakfast. Add some eggs to a pot of cold water. Bring it to a boil, then turn off the heat and cover for 12 minutes. Add the eggs to a bowl of cold water. Crack the egg on one side, then fit a spoon between the shell and the egg. Rotate the egg against the spoon so the shell cracks and the egg is released. Add an elastic band to each side of a piece of folded cardboard. Place the egg inside the middle of the piece of folded cardboard. Place a wooden skewer in the middle of the egg, securing it in place with the elastics. Leave the egg in the cardboard for a few minutes so that it can take shape. Cut the egg in half and then place it on a piece of avocado toast. Never skip egg day. Bacon cheeseburger pull-apart bread. Cook some bacon in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Add some ground beef to a medium hot pan and cook until it's no longer pink. Add some diced onions, cook for about 5 minutes. Then add some shredded sharp cheddar cheese and cook until it's melted. Using a circular loaf, cut wedges along the side going from the center to the edge, making sure not to cut it all the way through. Add a piece of bacon inside each wedge, followed by a slice of sharp cheddar cheese. Add some of the ground beef onion mixture to the center of the loaf and then inside each one of the wedges between the cheese and bacon. Add more cheese, bake at 425 for 12 minutes. Naked chicken chalupa from Taco Bell. In a bowl, combine 2 cups of flour and a quarter cup of taco seasoning. In another bowl, 2 cups of buttermilk and a quarter cup of hot sauce. Using a mallet and plastic wrap, flatten out a chicken breast. Coat it in the buttermilk mixture and then coat it in the seasoned flour. Repeat for a double dredge. Place it on a taco mold. If you don't have a taco mold, you can use tongs inside the deep fryer. Fry at 375 for 5 minutes. Combine an avocado, mayonnaise, sour cream, dill, chives, parsley, garlic powder, and onion powder in a food processor. To the fried chicken taco shell, add the avocado ranch, lettuce, a little bit of tomatoes, and some cheddar cheese. Chipotle lime chicken on my new Napoleon Phantom Prestige 500 grill using the rotisserie attachment. Here's how I did it. I chopped up some chipotle peppers and combined it with some room temperature butter and some lime zest. Seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper and then mashed it all together with a fork. And continue to mash it until it becomes one even, consistent chipotle and lime infused butter. Then I fit as much of this butter underneath the chicken between the skin and the flesh. I made a rub with some oregano, smoked paprika, salt and pepper, and I rubbed it all over the chickens. Then I used the rotisserie and separated each chicken with a lime. This is the first time I've used the rotisserie attachment, and this Napoleon cooks so evenly. Look at this juicy chicken. Did you know you can use any chip to make a mozzarella stick? Here's a few examples. I use regular Cheetos, Cool Ranch Doritos, and hot Cheeto Puffs. Beat a few eggs with a little bit of water in a bowl. Use some mozzarella string cheese sticks and then coat them in some flour. Then coat them in the egg mixture. Add it to your favorite crushed up chip. Mix it around, make sure that it's fully coated. Then put it back in the egg mixture for a double dredge. Put it back in the crushed chip and make sure it's fully coated by pressing it in with your hands. The reason for the double dredge is to make sure that the chip is fully coated around the mozzarella stick so that none of the cheese melts out while it fries. Cream cheese stuffed everything bagel bites. Combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and a cup of Greek yogurt in a bowl or a stand mixer. When the dough comes together, turn it out on a floured surface. Then separate it into 12 equal balls. Flatten the piece of dough out and then stuff it with a tablespoon of cream cheese. Scramble an egg and then coat each one of the balls in the egg wash. Evenly sprinkle some everything bagel seasoning over each one. Place them in an air fryer at 350 degrees for 10 minutes or in an oven at 400 degrees for 20. Let cool and enjoy. Steak and cheese pull-apart bread with chimichurri sauce. Semi-freeze a boneless ribeye steak and cut it super thin and then add it to a Ziploc bag. Combine a quarter cup of Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of onion and garlic powder, and a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Add the marinade to the bag of steak, mix it all together, and let it sit at room temperature for roughly 30 minutes. Cut some wedges in a loaf going from the center to the edge, making sure not to cut all the way through. Wrap a slice of provolone around the marinated steak and fit it inside each one of the wedges. Add some more cheese and steak into the center and bake at 425 for 15 minutes. Garnish with chimichurri. I saw this toaster hack, so I turned it into a breakfast sandwich. Cut the crust off 2 slices of white bread. I use Wonder Bread. Spread some mayonnaise on each slice of bread so that it'll stick. Add some sliced cheddar cheese to 1 slice of bread. Place the other slice of bread on top, then using a fork, crimp the edges to seal in the cheese. Repeat it again for a second piece, then put it in the toaster on low. Take the cheesy toast out of the toaster and then make your breakfast sandwich. Add a little bit of cheesy egg, then a little bit more cheese. Place down your sausage patty, and that's how you make a toaster breakfast sandwich. Grilled cheese dippers, perfect for tomato soup. Start with the garlic mayo by combining mayonnaise and a little bit of garlic powder. Then cut the crust off a piece of white bread. Using a rolling pin or a bottle, flatten the piece of bread on both sides. Add some of the garlic mayo to one side of the piece of bread. Lay down a piece of cheddar cheese and tightly roll it up. Melt some butter on a frying pan, then place down the rolled up dipper seam side down. Fry the dippers for roughly a minute, then flip them, fry them for another 30 seconds or until the cheese starts to melt. You can eat these as is, or you can dip them in your favorite tomato soup. Breakfast quesadilla, except the tortilla is made of cheese. On medium heat, cover the bottom of a frying pan in mozzarella cheese. Then add 2 eggs to one side. On the other side, add some bacon and some breakfast potatoes. Cook it for 4 to 5 minutes until you see the edges of the cheese start to get brown. Slide the cheese off the frying pan onto a cutting board. Fold the egg side over the bacon and potatoes. Let it sit for a couple seconds, then cut it into 4 equal wedges. Cheesy bacon jalapeno popper bites. Slice the top off a jalapeno and use a fork to scoop out the insides. In the food processor, combine 1 cup of cheese, a cup of cream cheese, a cup of bacon bits, and 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Stuff the pepper with the cheese mixture and place it in the fridge. Combine 4 eggs with a half a cup of hot sauce. Cut the stuffed jalapeno into half-inch rounds. Add the jalapeno to a bowl of all-purpose flour, then add it to the bowl of eggs and hot sauce. Then coat it in a bowl of breadcrumbs. Add the coated jalapenos to 375-degree oil and fry for roughly 1 minute, then dip in your favorite sauce. Cheesy, twice-baked potatoes. Pierce a potato with a fork and bake it at 425 for an hour. Let the potato cool and then slice off the top and using a spoon, scoop out the inside. Place the potato in a bowl with a tablespoon of sour cream, butter, Parmesan cheese, sharp cheddar, a teaspoon of smoked paprika and onion powder, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Transfer the mashed potato mixture to a Ziploc bag and then fill the empty potato. Place the potato back on a baking sheet and bake it for 20 more minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Garnish with some chopped chives and enjoy. Ham, egg, and cheese breakfast bowls. Start by slicing off the top of a hamburger bun, then scoop out the insides to create the bowl. Add some chopped chives and a few slices of your favorite cheese. Add some sliced ham, crack an egg on top, season it with some salt and pepper, and put it in an air fryer at 330 degrees for 5 minutes. Take it out of the air fryer, garnish it with some more chopped chives, eat it with a knife and fork, or eat it like a sandwich. Never skip egg day and enjoy. Air fryer potato skin bites. Using a fork, poke a few holes into a small potato. Cook in the microwave for 5 minutes, let it cool, and then slice it in half. Use a fork and spoon to make a small well. Drizzle on some olive oil and season with salt and pepper. Add to an air fryer and cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Once they're crispy and golden brown, take them out of the air fryer and add a few slices of cheddar cheese on top. Put them back in the air fryer and cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for roughly 2 minutes or until the cheese is melted. Add some sour cream, chopped chives, and some bacon bits. Potato skins in less than 20 minutes. Chocolate chip fluffy pancakes. In a bowl, combine milk, egg yolks, and melted butter. In another bowl, combine all-purpose flour, baking soda, salt, and powdered sugar. Add the bowl of wet ingredients to the bowl of dry ingredients and mix well until it's smooth. Whisk some egg yolks and cream of tartar until you reach stiff peaks. Then add the whipped egg whites to the bowl of pancake batter. Once they've all been added, add some cinnamon and some mini chocolate chips. Heat a frying pan to medium heat. Spray some cookie cutters with cooking oil. Then add some pancake batter. Add a little bit of water and cover the pan. Remove the cookie cutters and flip the pancakes. Cook for another minute and then stack the pancakes and cover in maple syrup. Chocolate chip banana pancakes made on a stick. Start by slicing a banana in half, then take the pointy part of a chocolate chip and stick it inside the banana. Put a wooden skewer in the banana and freeze them for 20 minutes. Fill a tall cup with your favorite pancake batter. Then submerge the chocolate chip banana in the pancake batter and place it on a medium-low frying pan. Cook it for about 3 minutes, flip it on its side, and add a little bit of water so that the steam can help fully cook it. These are so good on their own, but even better dipped in maple syrup.